This Little Light of Mine. In this song, there are many, many different versions. I'm going to sing a basic one because I'm going to gear this one toward children. But as an interpreter, you may run into different versions with different areas. So make sure that you know all the words before you begin to go ahead and sign this one. The one I'm doing is a very basic version, so you need to think about the words, this little light, and there you're going to take, and it just comes down. It's an external light. It's not an internal light inside yourself, but you're going to let Jesus shine through you. So take the light, this little light of mine, and anytime you're talking about pronouns that are possessive, it is open hand. Mine comes back toward me, yours, his. Um, it's a little different than just I or me, you or he, meaning God, or all of you. So basically, pronouns, you point to the person. If it is a possessive, then you open your hand toward whoever it is that you're talking about. So little. Now, I'm not going to use the teeny tiny little. I'm going to use a small this way. I don't think of my light as being like a grain of sand. I think of it as being little because a grain of sand people aren't going to look at, but a small light, yes, they will look at. And we've talked about mine. Uh, I'm going to let it shine. So again, you're just pointing to yourself. Let. Two hands, palms facing each other. Let them come up. Let. And you can just see they're facing each other and let them come up. Shine. Your center finger touching the center of your non-dominant hand and let it shimmer as it comes up. I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Basically, that's one verse. Now, hide it under a bushel. Your hand is in the A position. My thumb is kind of pointed up, and I put it, hide it under. And then bushel, you're going to just outline the bushel. Bushel, and the word no. Two fingers snapping down on the thumb, just like your mother would say, no. But in this one, I would be very forceful because you really don't want to hide it under that bushel. All around the world and all around, you're going to take it all the way around, all around, and then the world, W to W, rotating, and then dominant landing on top of the non-dominant hand. World. Won't let Satan blow it out. Well, Satan, come up here in kind of a curvature of your hands, so they're in the X position. Won't Satan, and won't take it out, like in the not position. Not. Now, blow it out. We always talk about the candle and your light that's shining from it. So when you blow it out, it's going to disappear. So you're not going to let Satan blow it out. Okay? Let it shine till Jesus comes. And Jesus is the nail prints in the hands of Jesus. I call them my center feeling fingers, and they touch where the nail prints would have been in the hands of Jesus. Till Jesus and then comes. Knowing that he's up there, you don't want to come from out here. You bring it up here and bring it down towards yourself. So come. So you're bringing Jesus when he comes from heaven back down to us. Now, there are a lot of different versions, and so I would tell you that if you have a different version than mine, you really need to get yourself a good dictionary, especially for beginners. And one of them that I use is the Random House sign language. And the reason I use it is because in all of the definitions, it gives you a small hint as to how it's done. Uh, I really would like to use the Gallaudet, and I use it for some things, but it does not give um, a description of the sign. So it's like I say, I don't know if you can see, but in my dictionary, it gives a kind of a rough description of how the sign is formed. And when you do that, it helps you along. Now, I use the Gallaudet to make sure that the one that I'm using is the sign that is acceptable by the deaf community. So you kind of have to use 2 or 3 different versions of things to try to make sure that you are in line with the deaf culture as well. Um, because there's several. This little light of mine is the first verse usually, but then when I go to learn at school, um, when um, when I go with friends to play is another one. There are um, just many different versions, and so make sure you know which one you are going to do. I'm going to only do the first verse, and then um, you can, well, you can plug in the ones that you need. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine all the time, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm going to let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm going to let it shine all the time, let it shine. Won't let Satan fit out, I'm going to let it shine. Won't let Satan fit out, I'm going to let it shine all the time, let it shine. Let it shine till Jesus comes, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine till Jesus comes, I'm going to let it shine all the time, let it shine.